AEW seems to be under fire for a controversial debut that took place last night in Jacksonville. Also, we're going to talk about a huge, massive injury update. Some really unfortunate stuff happening to one of my favorites. And we are going to talk about TNA's TV deal. It's the final update until the big reveal. Let's talk about it. If you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell. This way you never miss a video on the channel. I'm going to keep you guys updated. The Ango show is now in 4K. Unbelievable. Okay, that was supposed to zoom out. That didn't zoom out. See, as you can imagine, guys, now we have the issue of technology, and I love it. It's fascinating. We're keeping all the botches in. TNA is in the final stages of its negotiations for a new TV home, and the plan is for 2026. During his appearance in Off the Ropes with Jonathan Coachman on October 8th, Carlos Silva did confirm that they are in the final phase of negotiations for 2026. And now this is more than just a handshake deal. It's being built. He says that we are working with lawyers to get the deal together, which is obviously massive. That is so incredibly exciting. Now we got to talk about who it may be, who I think it should be. What can we expect here? Well, honestly, I think like this is where things are going to get kind of interesting. A lot of wrestling fans believe that it is in fact the CW, right? And I get it. People think it's the CW because of WWE and NXT. And then there's been, this talk about WWE helping TNA get a Peacock deal in which TNA would bring its pay-per-views to Peacock. However, I think a lot of people are underestimating the possibility of TKO helping TNA potentially get Paramount. Now, this is just us guessing based on information that's already out there on social media. However, Paramount would probably be the one that makes the most sense because of the fact, and this is a huge thing, Invicta FC, which is owned by Anthem, had a deal with Paramount. And CBS, right? Paramount, obviously, they own CBS Sports, and there's all these things. I think TNA, now more than ever, because we're seeing what's happening with TKO. TKO is launching the boxing company. Nick Khan and Dana White are working on that, and that's been revealed to have a new deal with Paramount. The UFC just got a deal with Paramount. I think people are underestimating the idea of TNA potentially being on Paramount. But if it's Paramount, CW, Peacock, I think all those things would be great. But if it's Paramount, then you have TNA on television, but then you could also bring its pay-per-views to Paramount Plus, and that would be obviously a big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, we should probably talk about it. Kota Ibushi is going to be taking some very long time off of AEW. This is just so unfortunate, man. Kota Ibushi is one of those guys, obviously, you see what he's done in Japan, then you see him come to America for the Cruiserweight Classic, and you're like, wait, what? Kota Ibushi and WWE Cruiserweight Classic? Like, you don't expect that, and then it happens. And then it's crazy as AEW launches and Kota Ibushi comes to AEW, but he's barely done anything in AEW, and he's spent a lot of time on the sidelines. And this is where things become really sad and unfortunate because according to fans in attendance, according to the dirt sheets, people saw this with their eyes. Kota Ibushi was injured at the Collision tapings yesterday in Jacksonville. And now, according to Sean Ross Sapp, there's a lot of concern here. The word backstage in AEW is that the Ibushi injury is serious, and it looks like it will have him out for quite some time. PW Insider also reported that the prevailing belief backstage is that Ibushi suffered a broken femur, although AEW has yet to issue an official statement on the matter. Look, the reality is he had a match against Josh Alexander. The match was abruptly stopped after Ibushi took a hard fall outside of the ring. The EMTs immediately rushed to him. It's so sad, bro. He was stretchered out, taken to a hospital. Tony Khan even personally addressed the crowd. It was a very tense, very challenging situation for AEW. In all honesty, I hate this news. Kota Ibushi is so talented and so incredibly gifted in the ring. And since coming to America, I don't feel like the American fans truly got to witness what Kota Ibushi is all about. And then to be there and to see, the injury happen, I can't imagine what that felt like for wrestling fans. But this is a guy who is so incredibly talented and so incredibly good at what he does. Like, a lot of people wondered, can Kota Ibushi be like a world champion in America? Because we know what he could do in Japan. And I just feel like we're never going to get that answer because of the injuries. And it sucks, and I hate that. It's always wealth before... That was a botch. It's always health before wealth. The truth is, health is the number one most important thing. Forget the wrestling war and the tribalism. Forget all that bullshit that wrestling fans come up with, bro. There's a lot of people spreading the narrative that AEW is unsafe. No, we want Kota Ibushi healthy. And ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to our final topic. And this one's interesting. For some of you, you might not know who this is. And I understand. You might not know who it is. But AEW had an unexpected debut at the Tapings. Now, the belief is that this may be a dark match. So we don't know if this was for like Ring of Honor. We don't know if it was for Collision. But the overwhelming belief is that AEW did this as part of a dark match type of thing. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is Ned Fulmer. Now, you might remember him from the Try Guys. And this is somebody who there was a huge scandal, cancellation. Ned Fulmer is somebody where there is a lot of controversy with. And Ned Fulmer debuted as part of a 6-man tag match. He teamed up with Angelico and Serpentico. Now, Ned Fulmer, it just takes one quick Google search. You can find a lot of stuff there. But for years and years and years, he's kind of been away. He recently came back with a podcast. But this is somebody who made his debut in AEW. Don't know how, don't know why. The overwhelming belief is that he's from the area. He still has a large following. This is strange, bro. This is strange. The fact that AEW decided to do this, strange. He allegedly had an affair. The Try Guys kicked him out. I mean, it was a big deal. And AEW brought him in. I don't know why AEW would do that. The thing is, AEW is a lot different than WWE. But with moves like this, are they truly that much different? I don't know. A lot of fans are not happy about this. I don't expect this to air on television, but I do question this decision 1,000,000%.